Alright, so back with this morning, so hopefully some people who didn't get a chance to see that will get to see it now. You know, those people who don't have the game and all that sort of stuff, so should be interesting to see how that goes. So I wonder what would have happened if McEnroe had beat Gas for him to be just beaten every time when it lines up with a uh, with the human player. Sort of wonder. Not really expecting that many people to come into the stream with Roland Garros on at the moment, so don't expect the amount of people that watched my stream yesterday to, well, it was today in my time, but I don't expect the same amount of people to flow into this one. Ah! I'm beginning to like this game. Seems a lot better. Yeah, the update definitely proved it. Some people, like I've been having a back and forth argument with someone who seems to think the only thing that changed was the crowd sound being there. But I don't know if that person actually has the game or not. But you know, criticizing my opinion of AO tennis quite a lot. But I don't know, you know, it is what it is. Shit. I haven't played the game all day, so I'm a little bit rusty now. Oh, down the line, nice. Yeah, like, not a lot changed, ball physics wise. Like, some shots absolutely come off the racket, like, really nicely, and some shots come off, probably too slow, but, like, in my opinion, the ball physics are better in this game than they are in AO tennis. Like, I don't know how people enjoy the ball physics in AO tennis because it the ball bounces the exact same way every time. The ball loops in the air the same all the time. It doesn't play any different on any of the surfaces. So, like, I just feel Tennis World Tour's got so much more potential. But, you know, time will tell. I think the next update will be pretty key. Come to the net. Come on. Oh, finished off. Yeah, that come on lady is still there. I can still hear her every now and again. But at least the crowd's there now to sort of somewhat override that. Oh, no, there she is. She must have been listening. Well, fought back from, what was it, 40 love down, so pretty good effort to get back. Does still need to be a little bit of some tweaks with the difficulty. Or down the line. Yeah, it definitely feels better to play than what it was before the patch. Ah, damn it. Thing is with AO, it's sort of clunky. It's sort of clunky noise when the ball hit, and yeah, like I think the sounds in this game with when you're hitting the ball and so on and so forth, I think it just sounds better. And when you hit the net, it sounds like you're hitting the net, even though it doesn't happen that often. I think they can fine tune the game, and I think some people. Yeah, someone told me to turn Inside Out on when I did the stream on earlier. There's some pretty nice shots happen when it's on. I've left the auto volley off. It should be interesting to see how things go when the PC release does come for the 12th of June. We should have 1 or 2 more updates before then. I think the next update's meant to be online. And with AO Tennis, I think it's not far away from being ooh. Yeah, auto volley on is just, yeah, I don't like it. Auto inside out's nice because then you don't have to press the button for it, because it's one less thing you have to think about timing. But I'm curious to see how long AO Tennis does updates, because if anyone saw their Twitter, they're going to be at E3 and they're going to announce I think it's going to be Gridiron Champions, and they're going to spend $2.5 million Australian on that game. So it'll be interesting to see how long they actually support AO Tennis once they get properly involved in that, because a lot of their time will be going into that game. And they have a habit of leaving games very quickly after they announce new games. They did it with Ashes Cricket. I'm pretty sure they haven't even updated that lacrosse game they put out either. But it happens a lot. I honestly thought that Gridiron game idea sort of fell through, but it sounds like if they're going to be at E3, it's back on. So, oh dear. So I definitely feel more confident in this game. You know, providing the updates going forward. I just wish people would give this game time, but they don't seem to be doing that. Then you can make your decision on which game is better and which is, you know, which is worse, or whatever the case may be. I'm playing in a tournament, so there's only what, 30. I've only got 30 players, so they have to mix men and women in the draw. Otherwise it would just be mostly creative players. Oh, shut up with your come-ons. Don't miss you. That bloody woman. Ah, went the wrong way. Gosh, it's taken a while to get through this. 7 minutes just to get through this first game. Need to finish him off. Gotcha. Basically using my sister's account because I don't have one. Oh yeah, fair enough. I wouldn't even have known anyway. Although I suppose, yeah, Taylor is a girl's name in the sense with Tayla. So I'm guessing you're Australian, given the fact that you asked if I was in Australia and how do I get the game. Oh, nice. Finally. 8 minutes to get that first game done. Oh, jeez. What an effort. 9 minutes almost. I think it's one of the longest. Oh, there you go. Hit the net. And see, it actually sounds like the net. It doesn't have that weird sort of... I don't know. I don't know what's going on with AO Tennis's like sounds. Like when it hits the net, it just sounds bizarre. I'm sure it's something they could easily fix too. But it, just caught the line. But yeah, it's just such a shut up, woman. It's just such a bizarre sound when it happens, you know. Oh. Yeah, it's pretty easy to make your own YouTube account. It takes literally a couple of minutes. It's pretty simple. Oh, I just got the line.
30-15.
Also like how they don't have an aiming marker in this game because you don't really need one. Like you've got more of a feel for where you're aiming it. Oh, caught the line again.
40-15.
Oh. Hopefully that Eric guy doesn't come in like he did on the my last stream and spam. Yeah, you can do mixed matches in either game actually. There's nothing stop. I completely lost where the ball was there. Yeah, you can do mixed matches in either game. Nothing stops you from doing it.
Deuce.
Oh, it's out. Yep. Oh, had such a good run on my serve and then just fallen apart. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of things that need to improve going forward, but like considering the update was only 500 megabytes for the PS4, it was pretty good value. Oh. Because, like, just as a comparison, the last AO Tennis patch was 12 gigabytes. And no one can really understand why. Can you make some grass exhibition after this match? I want to see a grass game. Are you aware how bright the grass courts are? At the moment, the grass courts are extremely bright, and it's kind of difficult to see the ball. But yeah, I'll give it a go. Like I think. Oh damn it!
30 love.
I want to try and win this tournament first. Yeah, no, it's pretty easy to get to the ball. Controls are fairly simplified. See, that's one thing I don't like about AO Tennis. So you don't have full control in AO Tennis. I don't think a lot of people realise that. That's why the movement tends to be so clunky in that game.
30-15.
But yeah, you've got control of your movement. Just woke up. Oh well, good. Ah, damn. YouTube keeps crash. It's probably my connection maybe.
15.
I don't know. It's not telling me there's a poor connection. So oh, nice. See, before the patch, that shot there would have gone back across court to where Gasquet was.
40-30.
Stozer and Gabrielova both winning. Oh, true. I think Barty's going to get absolutely thumped because I think she's playing Serena, so I can't see Barty even. It wouldn't surprise me if it's like 6-love, 6-love. Cannot see her doing anything to Serena. Oh, nice. Oh, that was a weird drop shot. Tennis World Tour is still not available in Pakistan. If it is in some shops, it's like $70.
Deuce.
I think it's going to be available like mostly on the 12th of June. I think that's pretty much the final release date. I think in some areas it's just going to be digital download though. But there's more hard copy options I think for a Tennis World Tour than what there was AO Tennis. In your opinion, who's the best looking player in the game? Because they all look pretty good. I don't know. Like some people say, a lot of the players look quite poor, but I don't know.
Advantage.
What a bug! This drop shot. Yeah, sometimes if you don't time the drop shot, it can look a bit. It can look a bit, well, like that. Ah, shit. And some of the players, like the AI needs to be worked on a little bit more because
Deuce.
like letting balls go when they're right next to the player, that that's something that they need to work on. I think some players don't have their individual styles yet, so that'll be another thing that they can potentially do. Yeah, 12th of June for Australia. I didn't know it was the 8th of June for New Zealand. Australia's generally last for a lot of things, although some things we do actually get first.
Fault.
Because I think we were one of the first, well, even though we weren't meant to get it, we're one of the first oh, apparently, yeah, apparently it can be refunded on the PlayStation Store, but that's the only way to sell it. Like I've got it on the PlayStation Store, and I intend on keeping it so long as they keep updating it. Is there any difference on buying PlayStation Store or in store? Well, obviously you can sell it or trade it in if you buy it on disc. What's the fastest serve? I've done 219 with John Isner. Website is actually selling it tomorrow. Alright. Gotcha. Yeah, so 219 with John Isner's my fastest serve. I think it was a fault though, so it doesn't technically count. Oh. Ah, shit. Okay, but the graphics and gameplay will be the same, right? It'll... What did you say your release date was again? Is it better than Topspin and Virtua? I wouldn't say that just yet. What's your comparison with the Topspin series? Topspin's still better. Whoop, did a weird 360 there. Yeah, to me gameplay is pretty enjoyable. Like, personally, I enjoy playing this more than AO Tennis, but some people it's the opposite. But I've noticed a lot of people... Oh, yeah, gameplay and graphics wise, it won't matter if you download it from the PlayStation Store or buy it on disc. It'll be the same either way. Well, there won't be a difference. It should be updated a bit more depending on when you buy it. Online is due out next week, so there'll probably be more gameplay uh, in that patch, if there isn't another patch yet. I've tried it, it doesn't work.
All.
Don't know when the next update will be. I don't know if it's shit. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it'll be 2 weeks. It should be on. They said online will be available next week, so I'd expect at least one patch next week to include online and probably some gameplay, more gameplay tweaks. To be honest, if they can get rid of that animation or that hit point where the players sort of leave the ball when it's right beside them, I think they're well on their way. Particularly if online has a few more modes than what AO Tennis does. I'm curious to see how other people play. Although I'm not 100% sure how my game is going to go on my internet. I just bought it, ships tomorrow, apparently had a $50 gift card. Jeez, $50 gift card, not bad. Yeah, going good, yeah. I am playing on professional though, so it's substantially easier than Legend. Legend is absolutely chaotic. I play the same style with every player, so it just depends. Is it the release patch time different? Buying online, buying disc? Nah, it doesn't matter if you got it on if you buy it digitally or on a disc. The updates will come the same time. Kerber shouldn't be so balanced.
Second set.
I'm playing as keys, but I'm guessing you mean just in general with Kerber. Oh, nice. Was an Xmas present. Oh, sweet. It's always good.
Love 15.
I find it interesting that not many people watched the two WTA players gameplay I put up, but plenty of people watched the Federer Gasquet and the
Out.
TM Tsitsipas
15 all.
gameplay. So it's sort of funny because I've seen so many people say, oh, they practically demand more WTA players, but when it comes to uploading WTA gameplay for the game, no one wants to watch. So it's like, are you sure there's that many people that really want it? Like, I'm sure plenty of people want more WTA players, but they're just not overly vocal about it. Well, it's hard to say how much longer AO Tennis is going to be upgraded because Big Ant's going to be at E3 and they're set to announce a gridiron game, so which I think most of us Aussies and New Zealanders probably would have heard about on Twitter already if you use Twitter.
15-30.
I think when random people are going to watch one video, they're going to pick Federer, TM, etc. Yeah, true. Yeah, I suppose if the Williams sisters or Sharapova and or some of the bigger name or some of the legend WTA players were in the game, then yeah, they probably would tune in. Because I remember when I uploaded the first created video, like created player version of Serena and Venus, that got quite a few views on AO Tennis.
15-40.
So I'd imagine if Serena or Venus get added into this at some point,
30-40.
it'll probably be the same. No, Nadal's not in this game. We sort of think he might have an exclusive contract with AO Tennis. Oh yeah, but I mean, why would Svitolina, like, how could she think she was in the game when she would have never been consulted? Like, why would she think that?
Advantage.
Federer's only in AO Tennis as a created player,
Deuce.
so he's not officially in the game. He's not licensed. AO Tennis only has 20 players. Yeah, I saw that post. I saw that post on Twitter. Yeah, I saw that same post. Because someone tagged me in it and said, "Oh, this is a bit rough." But yeah, I sort of said she can't really expect to be in the game when she hasn't even been approached about it. Because apparently she asked a few players, and none of the players that she wanted to play as were in the game, including herself, obviously. We actually went for it. Easy winner for me. No, you don't have to create him. There's plenty of created versions of Federer already in the game, Jinx. Like, you just pretty much have to just search for Federer and you'll find shitloads of versions of him. And it's just up to you which one you think is the most realistic. Yeah, like, personally, I think more WTA players will be patched in. Or whether it be... I don't know if it'll be free DLC or if it'll be paid. I'm not really sure. Is the legend difficulty playable in this patch? I've been able to win a few more points.
15. Love.
But yeah, it's still legend is still pretty hard. Serves have been increased. You pretty much press L1 at a certain time and it'll give the serve a bit of a kick and you'll see the speed increase. The AI is serving a bit quicker,
30. Love.
probably still not what they could serve, but you know. Oh, this is professional. I finished my stream off, my last stream off on this tournament, so it was on professional. So that's the second highest. But professional's probably a little bit too easy at times. Apart from unforced errors.
Out.
Ah. Because that's one thing.
30. 15.
That's one thing I think the AI needs tweaking on. They need to make some unforced errors because at the moment they don't. So it's something they can improve on right there, which I hope sort of happens by the time the next patch comes out. Bit of tweaking in regards to that. Ah.
30. All.
But online should be pretty interesting because obviously you won't have to worry about AI then. You'll just be playing someone else. AO Tennis doesn't really have any licenses apart from the Australian Open. That's the only license they have. So apart from the Australian Open, AO Tennis is pretty much the same in the way of licensing. Everything, like, they kind of rely on
30.
everything being created. Yeah, obviously Pro Evolution's got with the Champions League licensing. It depends if they've got money for that. I don't think they've got money to get those licenses at the moment. Like, I'm not even sure how much licensing actually costs, because 2K had the money for that back when Topspin 4 came out. But game should be here Saturday morning. Do they do deliveries on Saturdays in New Zealand?
Love 15.
They don't do that here. Monday to Friday, that's it. Bloody slack, bloody country we live in.
Love 30.
3 or 4 years of career mode, holy shit, that's some effort right there. I think I'm only in year 2 of my Bob Johnson career. Because I stopped playing it on the stream for a little bit. Monday, Friday, normal times. Yeah, they don't deliver it. Like, couriers and whatnot don't deliver anything on Saturdays here. Absolutely nothing.
Love 40.
Our post office is open on Saturdays and Sundays, but they don't actually deliver. Seems bloody pointless. Ah,
15, 40.
save match point. And I cocked up again.
30, 40.
Ran away from the ball. Ah, come on. Fair enough. Oh well, that's pretty handy though.
Deuce.
I wouldn't mind if Australia did something like that, but I can't see it happening. Bloody people get paid too much for their jobs here. Oh.
Advantage.
Yep.
Deuce.
Yeah, we need one more than we need more than just Australia Post, because Australia Post is a pain in the ass. Such a pain in the ass to deal with. Yeah, nice.
Advantage.
Yeah, you're not getting that, are you, Gasco?
Keys.
Yeah, so you look at it. Unforced errors definitely needs to change. My first job as a courier driver was pretty fun. They pay pretty well for courier jobs over here, but it's such a stressful job. You're under so much pressure. They pretty much do 12-hour days here in most of the jobs. What's up, Ashley? I play on PC, tennis, but online don't work. Why? I've not found any players, and I don't think many people play online on AO Tennis on PC. Actually, I don't think it's selling that well on Steam because it's so expensive. Because I think it's like $50 US from memory, and a lot of people think it's way overpriced, which I tend to agree. But it's actually priced even more on consoles. How do you search for Federer on AO Tennis? So you go into the academy, then you go into search community, play on Legend against Fed. Oh god. Then you go on, you go on to search community, and then there'll be a section where you can search for players, logos, or stadiums, and then there should be a part that says search last name, and then just in that section type Federer. You can't go wrong after that. There should be a shit ton of Federer options that come up. I can't remember which version I've got. I think I've got an older version that's been since updated. Ring Australia Post and be like, is my order here? Ordered it weeks ago and it isn't here. They'd be like, let me check on the order. Yeah, it's not. I only go to Australia Post if they leave one of those stupid little cards. But quite often you can't go and get it back on the same day. It'll be the next day before you can go and get it, which is a pain in the ass. Didn't pay that well here. I think most career jobs pay $28 plus an hour here. Some of them are over $30 an hour. So it's pretty decent money, but you're doing like 12-hour days, 5 days a week. So it like I know a few people who do it, and they pretty much have no lives. They can't do anything outside of work. They're pretty much just glued to the job, and that's it. It's all well and good if you decide to move on to another career, like after doing that for a few years, and then have, you know, plenty saved up for a house or whatever. But you know, I've seen how much it drains people. Who should I play as against Federer? Someone wanted me to play on grass. I'm warning you though, it's pretty bloody bright. I think that was Martin, was it? I think, if you're still in here. Yeah, you got to remember, Kyrgios. I don't think I played Kyrgios for a while. He's got no defense. Personally, I don't like grass because it's, yeah, it like pretty much everyone in this room knows it's just way too bright at the moment. They need to tone it. They need to tone it down a bit. Oh, that's one thing I know. According to one of the updates before the patch actually came out, they are apparently going to add sliding on clay. So that should be interesting to see how different it is. Right, I'll do grass only because I'll probably get my ass kicked in very, very, very quick. Yeah, I don't know. I can't even speak. I wish they had like slightly different colours on at least one of these courts. I'll just play 3 because I don't want to play 6 because yeah, it's not good on the eyes. It's a bit rough. But I feel like courts look more like actual courts in this game. Like in AO tennis, they kind of look a bit bland. I don't know why that is, but I'll have to lower the brightness on my phone. Ah! I can see the light. Ugh. Oh wow. Oh, let my eyes adjust. Ugh. Can that stadium shadow just come over the whole court? Ah. See how fast I can get Kyrgios to serve up to. There's 200. Ah. 2 unforced errors to start. That's always good. Well, between AO and Tesla 2, I prefer AO, but let me tell you, I hope that EA or some important developer makes something better with FIFA's graphic engine. I'm assuming that's meant to say graphics engine. It cuts off the comment at GR, so I'm just going to guess that means graphic engine. 202. I've noticed most people prefer AO Tennis mostly for the customization, which personally I don't think that should matter all that much. I think it should be more about the game. Oh dear. Like some people have told me they're playing on rookie and amateur levels to enjoy the game. I'm thinking if you've got to play on such a low difficulty, the AI make a lot of mistakes on those difficulties. So there's no real flow to the game. Obviously I've made a few unforced errors here, but aiming can be pretty crucial at times. There you go, 1 a point. The Fed Express has got nothing.
15, 4.
I would like to see players go for the drop shots a bit better though. Your previous posts, your previous videos post the patch, got a lot of guys criticising everything about the game, like shitting on Tennis World Tour all over. Oh yeah, I've had a few arguments today, particularly about he does in real life. Well, I don't know about that. I've only won 1 point. But yeah, there's a lot of arguments. Yeah, on the videos. Ah. It gets a bit like it gets a bit much at times. Like some people need to, I think some people need to relax a little bit and give this game time, especially when they try and say, "Oh, AO Tennis is so much better." AO Tennis has been out for nearly 5 months. I feel you need to give both feel you need to give Tennis World Tour the same amount of time that AO Tennis has been out, and then you can sort of go, right, one's better than the other, you know, one's worse, blah 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 blah. They're both shit, all that kind of stuff. That's just the way I read into it. Because I gave AO Tennis plenty of time. Yeah, there's a sprint button. It's R2 on the PlayStation. I often forget to use it. So, because there's no sprint button in AO Tennis, so I keep forgetting to use it. So I try and remember when I can, but sometimes I just forget. Ah, hit the net. I have long doubt what to buy. Tennis World Tour was my first option, but after a lot of videos from you about AO Tennis, I decided to buy AO Tennis yesterday. Oh dear. I'm satisfied. Yeah, well, this is where most people, like, they sort of, they don't worry too much about the game. Oh dear. They don't worry too much about the gameplay and they focus too much on the customization. But, you know, if so, you know, like if you're happy with the game, I mean, you know, what more is there to say? Like, everyone's different. I have heard there is another patch coming for AO Tennis. Apparently it's out on the PC. I would imagine it's just an online fix because I saw Ross, the CEO, saying that there would be a patch this week to sort out some things in online, but he said that like a week ago and a week before that, and nothing happened in those patches for online. So I don't really know what the go is with that. So it'll probably be a couple of days before that patch comes out on, damn it. Oh, Kyrgios is angry. Oh, what was that face? It's got some horrible looking teeth. Yeah, like, if you were commenting on one of my videos, I would have just been able to share a video I posted on how to search for players, but since I'm on the stream, it's just easier to just try and tell you how to do it. Ah, good lord. Beats AO, more players, more customization in AO, but at the end of the day, you're going to play. Yeah, to me the gameplay is more important. Some people say, "Oh, why do you like the gameplay then? The gameplay is shit." But in my opinion, this feels nicer to play, even though it's still got flaws. It still feels nicer to play, and like I feel like online there'll be more to do. It's like I feel sorry for, you know, the people who have got it on PC because it seems like it's very difficult to play anyone on PC online. Even though the PC users get the patches first, you know, you might not have anyone to play online because it's priced too high. Who should I play as next? I really, I really don't like playing on Legend. It's so hard. I'm sure I could get used to it over time, but I would imagine they'll balance it sooner rather than later. Some moves and speed remind me of Topspin 3. Monfils. You're planning on getting what on PC? DNA or DNA Angel? Oh, you're gonna get AO Tennis on PC. You make a lot more errors now. Are you playing any differently? I think it's just the way I aim. Zverev versus Kokonakis. Oh, Tennis World Tour on PC. I think Tennis World Tour on PC will probably be alright. Heard Stan is a beast. How about a match against Stan, the man? I wonder if Kachanov is still... Kachanov was pretty powerful last time I played as him before the patch. So I'll do a quick Kachanov Wawrinka one. Not playing on Legend. Or should I play on Legend? Professional Legend. How's the gameplay now with the latest patch, gameplay-wise? It's definitely improved a lot. Hey, what's up? My Facebook friend. Yeah, gameplay-wise it's definitely better. Professional Legend, so 1 vote for each. Oh dear. 1 vote for each at the moment. 2 for Legend. God, I hate you. Oh, there's that age-old question. AO or Tennis World Tour? Personally, oh Christ. So it's 3-2 Legend. Personally, I prefer Tennis World Tour, but it depends on what you want, really. I'm not going to tell anyone to buy one or the other. Right, I'll do Legend. Fuck it. Not playing on grass. I hate grass. What stadium though? So between hard court and clay courts. Ah, stretch. Yeah, not playing on grass. Don't worry. Don't stress. I need to get a better headset at some stage. TS. Tennis World Tour has good blah, 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 has some good credentials. Actually untrue. Wooden one. Good lord. This is going to be bad. I'll do 6 games because I think this is going to be a bloodbath. This is pretty much a Virtua Tennis game mixed with the Topspin. Reminds me a lot of Virtua Tennis. It has a very Topspin feel to it, but it's still a long way from being, you know, on Topspin's level. Thoughts on getting Tennis World Tour on the Switch? It should be more updated by the time the Switch version comes out. I think that's on the 12th of June, isn't it? Pretty much for everyone. Prediction 2-6. I'm gonna predict 6-1. Because I haven't managed to get a second game out of anyone. Oh! Also on PC, it would be awesome if they allow Steam Workshop and allow modding. Yeah, a lot of people are curious if they're gonna allow modding or not. Oh, just let me ace every service game. I'll get more than 2 game or 1 game. Ah, that's not fair. Yeah, I don't know if 2K are ever going to come back to Topspin. Yeah, he's giving me false hope. He's like, I'll give him a bit of leeway. I'll give him something. Ah. Oh, nice. Players sweating if you play a long match. Not that I've noticed. Yeah, we all wished for Topspin 5. Yeah, I just can't see 2K ever coming back to it because they're so focused on the NBA 2K series and WWE. Yeah, someone said, like, initially there was the talk that Topspin only sold just over 1 million copies, but then someone else was saying they sold like 3 million, so I don't know why. Yeah, the Sweat and Dirt in Topspin 4 was amazing. Yeah, no worries, Martin. Hope you have a good day.
40-30.
Yes! I do hope they fix that where they're not actually lunging for those Serbs down the tee though. Yeah, I don't think it sold that many. I think 1 million is more accurate. Like 3.5 million was what I was quoted, and I thought if it had done that well, they wouldn't have folded. No way. I'm pretty sure some big exclusives don't even sell that many. Like, oh, what's in it?
Love 15.
Trying to think of a game that's
Fold.
sold really well. Are you going to stream for a while? Um, I'll see how I go. Well,
Love 30.
love 30 up. Can I go 2 love up? I am trying to concentrate a little bit harder, so that might be something, but God of War sold 5 million copies. Well, there you go. There's no way Topspin 4 sold 3.5 million. No way. Even though God of War is obviously a console exclusive,
Out.
it's still, you know.
30 all.
I'm trying to remember how much Uncharted 4 sold. I remember the figure, but gotcha. Yeah, 1 million sounds about right. Yeah, I think it would take a lot for 2K or EA Sports to get back in. Personally,
Ready. 40.
I'd rather 2K because I mean they've got an obscene amount of money to blow. Oop, just went through the player bag.
Deuce.
I get the feeling EA Sports is more likely,
Fold.
even though they've got more games on their portfolio. Because obviously 2K's only really got WWE and NBA. Oh dear. Oh no. The problem is with tennis, they've got to get all the individual licenses for players.
Advantage.
It's gonna take a while. Like
Fold.
with YouTube and that. Eventually, I'm gonna struggle to keep up with comments. It's already starting to get hard. But I managed to reply to just about everyone that comments on the channel, depending if they ask a question. Yes, this is with... No, it's patch 1. It's not patch 2. Go. Yes. Yeah, we haven't got patch 2 yet, so it's patch 1.
Advantage.
Oh dear. Thank God for Pepsi Max. Oh shit. I'll be actually interested to see how far EA could take tennis. Yeah, like obviously they haven't done one for what's it, 5 years? Grand Slam Tennis 2 was 5 years ago. I've heard McEnroe's commentary was better on Grand Slam Tennis 2 than what it was on this.
Advantage.
Yeah, I saw how Grand Slam Tennis 2 played, and it didn't look that great because I considered getting it as a pre-owned game on PS3, but I didn't worry about it after I saw gameplay of it. Ended up buying a second copy of. Ah, damn it. Yeah, that's why I've turned him off. Johnny McEnroe has been silenced. Topspin 4 with these graphics would have been awesome. Can you hit a deep slice in it? It sort of depends. I've got to get on the backhand first. That's not a backhand.
Love. 15.
If I didn't have the auto inside out on, I probably would have got that on the backhand. I think we'll be very lucky if we see something at E3 in regards to another tennis game. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Like I know Big Ant wants to do another AO tennis at some stage, but
Love. 30.
I suppose for them it depends how that gridiron game goes. And then they'll have Rugby League Live 5 coming out as well. Then there'll probably be another cricket game. There'll probably be another Ashes cricket to follow before the Ashes or around the time of the Ashes.
15. 40.
Yeah, I feel like it's got plenty of room for improvement, but yeah. Like obviously we're all sort of disappointed with the lack of communication initially before the patch finally came out, but I was pretty surprised that it was only 500 megabytes on the PS4. Like I was like, holy shit. I was expecting it to be larger, but I was quite happy with that because it didn't take long to download with my shitty internet. It took like 4 hours to download the AO Tennis update the other week. God, that was torture. I hate when updates are that big. It'll be alright once I get my internet upgraded, but until then. Oh. I'm actually going alright on Legend.
Advantage.
One apiece and we're stuck in the third game. I've really got to try the kick serve. Give it a bit of a boost. The fact is AO has had to have so many patches to make the game good, and Tennis World Tour has only had one, and look how much it's improved. Can you make angles in it? Yeah, I'm not really a fan of this court. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. It's yeah. It's a bit weird. Ah, shit. Can you make angles in it? Can you make angles in this game, or because you can pretty clearly see that you've got all sorts of angles you can cover.
Advantage.
Try and get a quicker serve. Nope. Didn't time the button right. Oh no, missed it. Can I get an ace again, I wonder? Nope. Oh, damn it. Oh, he's got me now. No way. Oh, Stan's happy. Stan is super happy. Alrighty. Ah. I personally don't think the graphics are that bad. But in my opinion, the graphics aren't everything. Especially in a sports game. Yeah, I pretty much went with the first choice someone made about a court. Oh, blah 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 blah. I'm starting to fall apart now. Come on, Stan, give me some room. Oh no! Oh, that's harsh. That's harsh. Oh, come on, Stan. Oh. Oh dear. Oh. Started the game so well, now making a lot of unforced errors. Oh. Everyone's got different expectations. No, there's no Hawkeye in this game.
15-30.
They made a statement about it a little while ago, saying the umpire doesn't make errors. I think it would be nice if they included it at some point. So I feel it could, you know, it would be nice for an extra bit of realism. Like, obviously they have to call it something else to avoid, you know, avoid the copyright. Ah. I got no chance. Too many slices yet. The slices have significantly reduced. And the stretch animation doesn't happen anywhere near as often. Oh, nice. Because that was one of the big problems. There's a lot of stretching animations going for almost every shot, and you were never balanced. Like, that's fair enough, that one. Plus, I'm playing on Legend, so I should have lobbed it. What's up?
15 all.
Under $15. Oh god, that's gonna be a while. I'm actually gonna. Oh shit, a brick. I'm gonna. Oh, 15, 20, 20 euros. Yeah, Tennis Elbow. I've downloaded the game again, and I've downloaded all the mods. So I'll probably do a couple of videos on that a bit later, or probably tomorrow.
40, 30.
I have to get a bit of practice on it again, because I haven't played it for a while.
Fold.
It's a bit dated, but I know there's a pre-alpha potentially coming out by the end of the year, early next year, on a new version of it. No. What did I say earlier? 6-1? What I'll do, guys, is after this game, I'll play one more game, and then I'll have a bit of a break, and then I'll come back after that. But yeah, I'll play one more game after this. On Legend, it's hard to play. Yeah,
Love 15.
there probably needs to be a little bit more balance, but I mean, it is the hardest difficulty for a reason. I'm sure some people have been able to win more, like actually win games on Legend. I seem to struggle a bit with my aiming at times. Oh, Tennis Elbow. No, not really.
Love 40.
I had a bit of a go of it earlier, a couple of hours ago, and I pretty much picked it right back up. I didn't have a controller though when I first played it, so it was a bit awkward on the keyboard. But I've got a couple of controllers now, so there we go. 6-1. My prediction. See, I know what I'm talking about. I had chances to take more than one game, but I kept making mistakes. So apart from his double faults, he didn't have any unforced errors. I had 7 aces, mostly because he didn't move. Tennis Elbow. I wouldn't say it's like Topspin 4. Tennis Elbow is it's pretty dated. Like, it's a really old game, so... But it's got a lot of mods that sort of enhance the experience, and you've got Nadal's actual grunt, you know, his play style, like the animations, Federer, and yeah, all the top players have got their grunts and their play styles, and you know, it's just a bit dated. How do you get controller for Tennis Elbow, and can you get it for Mac? I don't know about Mac. I've just got a normal PC, and yet the ball still isn't touching the racket. Yeah, that wasn't one of the things that was fixed in this patch. I assume that's probably going to be potentially the next patch. I'm not overly phased about it. Tennis game without Djokovic and Nadal is not a game. I don't think you'll ever. I'm willing to bet you're not going to see Djokovic in another tennis game ever again, because apparently he was recorded saying that he doesn't like video games. He doesn't want to be a part of them anymore. So you'll be very lucky to see Djokovic in a tennis game. And Nadal potentially has an exclusive deal with oh well, that's, you know, that's up to you. I think Nadal's got I don't know how you're playing the game because I don't have a problem with there is no auto shot for me. Every shot I choose is like occasionally it'll do a slice when I'm in a certain position, but if you're not timing the ball right, if you're timing it quite late, it'll choose another shot for you. Um, yeah, for me it's playing flat, top spin, slice whenever I try it. So I don't know what's going on with yours. I've set plenty of points up how I want, so yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on with your game. Oh, you're from Serbia and you want to see Djokovic? Yeah, like I'd be very surprised. I can push all the way right and left, and the ball doesn't go out. Yeah, I don't know. I like I make a lot of unforced errors, but I also get a lot of good shots in as well. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I'll play one more game before I end the stream. I'll come back a little bit later, have something to eat, all that jazz. I'll probably play some. I might record some videos on tennis elbow rather. Yeah, like I think I think what people have got to remember, tennis elbow is quite an old game, so you know it's good for what it is, but you know it's evidently going to get a pre-alpha in a new state later this year, early next year. So, but there's no real timeline on it. If you look at the Mana Games forums, play nothing but topspin shots. Let's count the slices and flat shots thrown in. I pretty much most of my shots are topspin, but I do play flat shots and whatnot as well. Yeah, so this is the last game. Oh well, I guess you're one person that's going to be asking for a refund then, I suppose. You better do it quick if you're going to do that though, because I don't think they give you that long to ask for a refund on the PlayStation Store. Uh, my only hope is someone modding this game. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to allow modding on the PC version. I'm not 100% sure. If they do, which I'm, I would say, like if they allow modding, I'll probably get it on PC. If that's even possible. I don't know. Someone said it to me, so like on Twitter or in a bloody YouTube comment. So I don't know how accurate that is. Personally, I don't like AO tennis. Like it feels like a chore to play. I'm gonna play on a proper court. I'll just play 3 because like I said, I'm gonna end the stream after this game. To be fair, Djokovic probably wants to focus more on getting his career back on track at the moment. Okay, like I said, that's one thing they need to fix, the AI not moving on a serve. Why don't we have big companies making tennis games anymore? EA and 2K probably don't feel there's any money in it anymore. Topspin. 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 Flat. Flat. Out. Topspin. Topspin. Flat. Slice. Stows are just Bert. Stows are just Bert. Stows just beat 30th seed. Oh yeah, Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova. God, I can't say her name. Gavrilova down 7-5, 6-2. Ah, well, sounds about right. But ATP should provide that. ATP can't provide the licensing for players. ATP has no control. It's all about it's all about individual licensing. So far, the AI has not changed any of the shots that I've played. Topspin. Topspin. Flat. Miss. I already know the ones I'm not going to reach. Flat. Topspin. Flat. Topspin. Flat. Topspin. Flat. Slice. Okay, that one got changed. I noticed the AI had a hard time reading drop shots. Yeah, sometimes they charge them, and they run full pelt at the net, and then other times they just give up, even if they're relatively close to it. Topspin. Flat. Shouldn't have been able to hit that. Topspin. Shouldn't have been able to hit that. Flat. Flat. Drop. Look at that, he went for that. Oh, over his head. Yeah, I think that was weird that they never released a PC version. A super wide stance while returning has me LOLing. Yeah, it looks like a nutcracker. Oh. I find it nice how the net sounds like a net though. It doesn't have this weird glitchy sound when it hits the net. Topspin 4 was good, but it had a few exploits. Yeah, nice. Federer and Nadal have been carrying tennis for the past 15 years. I still remember Nadal's, like, the first time I ever saw Nadal against, I still remember seeing him play Leighton Hewitt as a kid. Never knew how good he was going to be. But he tested Hewitt back then, even though he had no pace in his shots. Whoop. Monfils has crashed into the linesman. Ah. Yeah, so far it's only taken one away from me. Just one in this entire game. That's it. But I mean, like I said, if you're gonna get a refund on the game, I'd be quick about it. Holy shit, where's that going? The banana shot of Nadal in tennis elbow is pretty awesome. Yeah, I was actually playing as Nadal just to see how it would go, and I really like how he plays on that, like, because he plays nothing like himself in AO tennis. Like, he's really he's really not utilised. Those slice returns, actual slices. Yeah, they were actually. I do actually return slices. I don't always return that way, but it just depends. I wish they would stop charging into the game, charging like towards the net. Have you seen AO Tennis? That's an awful game.
15-30.
AO Tennis is nowhere near Topspin. Like, I really don't get why people like AO Tennis so much. I really don't. Well, I've got some idea. People seem to like the customization, and that seems to cloud their judgment. And then some people say they absolutely love the gameplay, but I just don't see how. Because I've had a few people tell me, "Oh, well, you just don't know how to play the game." I've had the game for nearly 5 months. I know how to play it. Yeah, like the community aspect is pretty much the only good thing. A very, I'm guessing that meant to say ugly game. Players don't look like hunchback children. I don't think I've heard that analysis before. Yeah, well, the thing about that game is that they'll be focusing on a gridiron game soon. For anyone who didn't hear me say that earlier, so I feel like there won't be many. Like there'll probably be a few more updates, but then they'll probably go quiet for 5 or 6 months, which is what they did to Ashes Cricket. They released that in November or just November, and then they just went dead quiet on it until the end of April. Say hello to Argentina. What's up, Argentina? There's a few Brazilians in here, usually.
Out.
Gotcha. Sounds well to a Game of the Year edition. Okay, that ain't happening. Uh, Matt, I wouldn't buy it just yet. Yeah, that's pretty much what I recommend. Wait a bit longer, see what else happens with patches and whatnot. I don't regret buying it. It's just I think I expected it to be a little bit more complete. Yeah, I'd wait a while. It should be it should be patched a couple more times before the final release on the 12th of June. So I'd say you'll have a better idea in the next like 2 weeks. Alrighty, so uh, is there any more questions before I head off for a little while? I would try tennis elbow with all the mods. Yeah, I've got most of the mods. Yeah, no worries. I've got most of the mods, I think. What final release? Oh, it's not a different version of the game, but like we'll get patches between now and then. But it's the final release where it's released in the remaining countries, and then the Switch version and the PC version get released on the 12th. Don't leave us. I'll be back in a little while. I just need to have something to eat, watch watch some Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Um, Maybe play a bit of tennis elbow, possibly. Are you watching the French Open? Not at the moment, no. I can't simultaneously watch the French Open while I'm on here with my shithouse internet. Unfortunately. Good show, by the way. Yeah, I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm glad it got renewed on NBC. Do you remember Virtua Tennis? It's going back a long time for me. I remember enjoying it. Like I remember enjoying both Virtua Tennis and Topspin. I did play both games. I think I played. I think I played pretty much every Topspin and Virtua Tennis game. I can't remember the last great French Open. I haven't been able to watch for quite some time because I haven't had pay TV because it's being shown on SBS, but I think they're only showing some Australian uh, like the games Australians are in. I don't think they're showing that many uh, other players. I'm not really sure what their broadcast rights are. Any other questions? Was when Federer and Wawrinka won. Well, Federer only won once. I think on Legend, it. I think it's a little bit too. I think Legend difficulty needs to be like roped in a bit. I think it's a little bit too extreme. I think that's probably why. Yeah, no worries, Jenky. Glad you were able to check the update out since you weren't able to catch the stream this morning. 2009, 2015. Did he win it in 2015? Because that was the last time he was in the tournament. Yeah, I'll probably upload some tennis elbow videos. I have uploaded tennis elbow before, but it was quite a while ago, and I didn't have all the Wawrinka. Yeah, my bad. Um, yeah. What was it? Yeah, I did upload tennis elbow a while ago, but I didn't have all the mods installed properly, so I didn't actually have the proper experience when I was doing the career mode on the ATP tour. So I'll probably start a career for the ATP tour and see how I go. Because like when I first had it, I was only playing on a keyboard. I didn't have a controller, so it was pretty awkward. Wawrinka is in pretty bad shape right now. Yeah, not wrong. Choose Del Potro. Del Potro is not in the game. Bonjour. I don't speak French, but yeah. I'm always confused on how to correctly install the mods on PC. Yeah, I think I rushed it the first time I had tennis elbow, so I didn't exactly. I think, yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what I did exactly, but I've installed them correctly this time. So I'll probably do like a couple of random videos on it, either today or tomorrow, and then I'll probably like start a career on it. Stan took Fed out that year in quarterfinal. Best match he's played against Federer. Yeah, it's a shame he seems to be on the decline. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to wrap it up there. I'll come back in a little while. I didn't bother coming back last night because after playing Detroit Become Human, because I was a bit annoyed waiting for the patch, so I thought, screw it, I'm going to sleep. And then of course the patch came out really early this morning for me, so I thought, screw it, I've had enough sleep. Yep, yeah, see you next time. If you happen to tune in, you should create your own YouTube account. Yeah, it's really not that complicated. Detroit Become Human is good. Oh, it's amazing. Oh yeah, no worries. I'm trying to keep up my streak of daily streams. Yeah, Detroit Become Human is pretty amazing. Like, I suppose it depends on. Oh, you're a fan of Heavy Rain? Yeah, if you're a fan of Heavy Rain, you'll absolutely love Detroit Become Human. Burn Atomic as a jet. I'm not sure if that's a compliment or if that's like an insult. I'm not really sure. Because at the moment he needs a reality check again. Because he's just, like, I listened to his press conference after his loss to that guy that had to travel 8 hours to go and play him, and he just didn't sound interested. He sounded completely disinterested in even being there. Although to be fair, the first question was, "Oh, are you more in tennis for the financial reasons, or do you have other reasons?" Oh, next question. But he was pretty vague in all his answers in that interview, so it's like, Alright, anyway, yeah, so I'll come back in probably hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. Probably do another stream for about an hour, go to bed, and then I'll probably come back on tomorrow at some point while I've got, for anyone wondering, the reason why I'm able to do a lot of streams is, yeah, I'm on holidays at the moment, so I don't actually have to go to work at the moment, so it's kind of handy that that's coincided with this game coming out. Yeah, I don't like tennis interviews either. I don't really watch them that much. Some of them are pretty funny though. You got to admit. I like the interviews on the court more than the post-match press conferences. I like the interviews on the court But yeah, thanks for that. I'll keep up the good work, so to speak.